Alright, hello everyone. So today we are gonna talk about the balance patch. Alright. So a lot of interesting stuff. Actually not really. So it's mainly like nerfs which I didn't like. So yep, hi, it's Comtours, here's a walkthrough, blah blah blah. And there we go. Okay, we are starting off with the Onimugi Light. This one is kinky, definitely. And yo, Guacamolips, thanks for the resub on the tier 1. Thank you very much, man. And we are seeing Kinky getting nerfed. So from 25% to 15%, I think this is a pretty fair one. But 15% is like... it's still gonna be good, don't get me wrong. Because at the end of the day, you can't crit him. So your damage output on this Kinky itself is still gonna be really low. I think 15% is kind of fair. So yeah, pretty nice nerf. But yep, a lot of people will be complaining about this. Next one, we are seeing the Dark Desert Queen. So Naftis as well getting nerfed here. Silences the target for 1 turn whenever you attack. Changes to whenever you attack an enemy with harmful effects. So yeah, this is a slight nerf onto the Naftis, but still really good, don't get me wrong. Of course, the Mor and Ken, both of them, the Tatsumaki Senpu Gyaku, 30% to 20% chance of the beneficial remove. Yeah, honestly, I don't like this at all because I feel like everybody revolves around these 2 units for their RTA, especially higher ups in Guardian or like C2 and above. Everybody uses these 2 units. So this actually hit hard to everybody, yeah. Next one, Light. Not like we have this unit, so we don't really care. Just about 7% damage. Ken's Shadow Claw as well, increased damage by 4%. 4% doesn't matter much. So yeah, we're gonna move on to the Water Bison. So Water Bison, I feel like it's... I don't know whether it's actually a nerf or a buff. So for instance, right? Before this, destroys the enemy's max HP by 50% of the damage dealt. So if it does 20k damage, it blocks 10k HP. Correct? So now it's based on the enemy's lost HP. So I'm guessing if it's the enemy's max HP, but so I'm guessing if, let's say, the opponent is like really squishy, then this skills come, this Water Bison damage, the passive kicks in more than enemies with more HP. I might be wrong, but honestly, don't really care. Nothing spectacular. So we just move on to the next one. Ryu, the Fire Striker, right? So this one is the attack power condition that increases the chance of landing a glancing hit. Passive activation condition is... I guess it's easier to proc your passive right now. No idea, man. Never had that unit. So we are moving on to Wind Striker. This one does not land as a glancing hit, so I think this one is pretty nice. Just basically the accuracy check. Occult Girl, Wind, Guardian Angel, 20 to 30%. Nothing important on that. Dragon Knight Water. Now you cleanse at the start of the turn. Will that actually make a difference? In a way it does. Yeah. So if, let's say, you have that attack debuff on your head, there's a chance to like cleanse that away. If, let's say, if it's just that debuff itself, then you'll be able to cleanse it away. Bombs as well. I think it's a pretty good buff onto the Water Dragon Knight Chow. But yet again, it's gonna be really hard to use this unit. We'll see whether this actually impacts in RTA. Because if you're talking about Siege and Guild Wars, there's so many other water units to actually use, so we'll just move on to the next. Ifrit Water, Elemental King. So this is Teomar's. From 10 turns. Oh, decrease cooldown time by 6 turns. Huh. But yet again, if you're already down to your passive, right? Most of the time you just die. So having 10 turns or 4 turns or 2 turns doesn't really matter. Alright. Next one. Monkey King Fire. I think this one is gonna be a very good unit. Increases your resistance by 5% and now it changes to 10%, accumulated up to 10 times. So now you don't even need to run resistance on your Meiho Wang. Just go like a hybrid build because you're gonna get damage as well from the passive, right? Just go like a hybrid style or maybe HP, crit damage HP with very good speed subs. And I think the Fire Monkey is gonna be really irritating in RTA this time. Especially when the resistance is increased. Maybe you can also go for like HP crit damage attack with good defense substats for more sustainability. Next one, Onimugi. So we are looking at the Karma here. And wow, hey, thanks for the raid, Classic Rock. Appreciate it very much. We are just talking about the balance patch right here. Thanks for the raid, man. So, okay, we are talking about the Onmugis right now. The Fire, Wind and Dark one has the Karma, which I feel like the changes on the Karma is really nice. So, of course, you still need to think about the accuracy resistance check on this skill. But now it changes to... it still suppresses the target for 2 turns. And whenever they use the skill with cooldown time, it still reduces their HP by 50%. And now on top of that, the skill cooldown time will be increased by 3 turns more than the maximum cooldown time. So I think this one is gonna be really nice. But yet again, accuracy resistance check. So maybe running like a speed HP accuracy or speed HP violent Omnugis with high accuracy will be really nice. And we do see like complementary buff to get for the Omnugi Win one, where the passive is also changed a little bit. So as you can see here, it recovers the attack bar by 25% and decreases the cooldown time of the Karma by 1 turn each if an enemy uses a skill with cooldown time. Yeah, just a slight buff on the Wind one. But I don't know, I'll be probably testing the Wind Onimugi because I do have that unit. It's just that it's still stuck in the storage. I've never used it before. Just once, I remember, for one siege battle. And then I just threw it in the storage. Unfortunately, spoiler alert, we are not gonna get Christina buff in this patch as well. So I do not know whether Comtours actually forgot about that unit. But they did have the other cannon girls in the in the patch itself. So I don't know, man. I'm so sad. Like the Dark Panda probably affect like 5% of the community. So change to recover the HP even from the damage dealt by counter attack. Blah blah blah. Don't really care because I don't have that unit. Next one, I think the the Jack-o'-lanterns will be pretty nice. Alright. Where you see the Wind one, it becomes immune against the defense decreasing effect. Which means that it can come in handy in Siege, right? Or even... No, not really for RTA, but I think it's gonna be very good in Siege. Yet again, we have to test it out, but I'm liking this effect added onto the Wind Jack-o'-lantern. However, the Water one recovers your HP by 10% for every beneficial effect you steal from the enemy. So yeah, you got 3 hits every time for your chilling, right? Yeah, so this is chilling. 3 hits, maybe you steal 3 buffs, maximum 30% heal. Pretty nice, but yet again, not really relevant. Next one, Nilson Water. This is Ryan, I believe. I might be wrong, but I think it's Ryan. So last time, it swiftly attacks the enemy 3 times, with each attack inflicting dot for 1 turn. If it crits, it disturbs the target's enemy HP recovery for 2 turns. Nothing spectacular on that. So now it is guaranteed to land a critical hit for 3 times, inflicting dot for 1 turn each, increasing your attack bar proportionate to the enemy's lost HP from your attack. Oh, this is essentially a very good burst DPS unit, where you go for your 3rd skill, then maybe you do enough damage to get your attack bar to full. With the... yeah, get your attack bar to full, and then maybe you can go dish out another skill too. So yeah, just another water DPS unit there, nothing important. Nilson fighters, a lot of different effect added here. We are seeing like the wind one, attack is guaranteed to land a critical hit. Okay, that's pretty nice. Dark one, ignore all effects resisting death. So pretty good as well. It probably goes through like invincibility and stuff like that, right? Fire dark one recovers your HP. Okay, whatever, man. Dalsim, just damage increase, blah blah blah. I think the important one probably will be the we'll look at the wind, and we'll probably look at the wind one. Yeah, spits a large flame to attack all enemies 3 times, each attack having a 70% chance to inflict continuous damage. Yet again, I don't know, I feel like all these skills are pretty useless at this point. Like, there's so many other better units out there that actually does the skills for the Wind Dalsim. So yeah, nothing again. Cowgirls, just some changes. I guess it's gonna be harder in TOA Hard / Hell. And Cannon Girls, this one is changed to decreasing... what's this? Attack enemies several times, decreasing their defense for 2 turns, 50% each. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like this balance patch didn't really hit hard. It's just like... okay, the next one is of course Laura. Okay, Laura is gonna be really good. She's gonna have very high base speed. And also, she's a stripper. So just another stripper with high base speed, which is nice. The Light Phoenix as well. Increase accuracy by 25%, and all stats change at okay. So we are seeing all the Phoenix get additional 5 speed each. So Perna is gonna be really fast. Perna might be back in the meta, but who knows, we'll see, alright? Apart from that, I don't really like this patch because nothing got really buffed, right? Probably you can say Geo skill totally changed for the... not really totally changed. A lot of new effects added on the skill 2 and skill 3, the passive. But apart from that, Nephthys got slightly nerfed. Kinky 10% is actually really a lot, so it might not be really good now in the next RTA session. And of course, okay, everybody wants to talk about the Pixie, right? Okay, this one is gonna be very interesting to see whether Comtours actually changes the Second Awakening Pixie. But what is stated here is for the Pixie without Second Awakening, alright? So, I'm not too sure whether after 2Aing it, this effect still is inside the skill set. If it doesn't, then oh my god, everybody is gonna go back to the Lauren for Giants. Like the Lucian Lauren, the one that I'm using. Probably run like 4 DPS win units and a Lauren. Yeah. But from what I read here, it's only for the normal tattoo, alright? I think Second Awakening will be still the same-ish. Might be wrong, but this one we really need to see. You know, Comtours, their explanation for all these skill sets every time got some issues. We need more clarifications once the game actually has the patch hit. Alright? So we just need to wait patiently on this one. But I feel like I don't think it's gonna be nerfed, right? Because if it's gonna be nerfed, the whole community is gonna complain, and then people are just gonna say like, oh, why don't you nerf the Tricarus as well? Then everybody, oops, then everybody is like, fuck, right? You're gonna go back to like using Lauren in your Dragon's B12, which isn't consistent. And yeah, nothing else is like really consistent in Dragon's B12 apart from the Tricarus, right? Because I did test out a lot of times, like before the Tricarus itself, running like Lauren, Bird, like really good violence sets on it as well. And sometimes it still fails. So yeah, we are just gonna see whether the Tattoo Second Awakening will still stay the same. I think we just need to wait patiently on that one. So basically, these are my thoughts on it. I think overall, 3 good units, which is the Light Phoenix. Light Phoenix might come in handy right now because of that 5 additional speed, and it's a Stripper, Laura. But yeah, but like I said again, all these units only affects the 1% of the community, right? There's not like a normal elemental that was like spectacular wow and stuff like that in this balance patch, and we actually waited 3 months for this. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'm really disappointed. Hopefully in the next 3 months we get to see things like Christina. We'll check Geo again. Yeah. What's a Bison? I feel like they shouldn't even try to buff the 3rd skill. Just change the 3rd skill entirely into another passive, which might be better than whatever they're trying to work on this. Yeah. Because honestly, this passive is just bad. And yeah, that's my thoughts about it.